And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Denmark, Wisconsin. Ken Manning, Western Wisconsin Video Productions, LLC, with game number one of the State Legion Championships. Baseball tournament coming up here. The first pitch is fouled back, the game underway, and it will feature the Ledgers of Fond du Lac St. Mary's, and they are going to be taking on the always tough Waupun squad. Here's a ground ball and a quick throw over to first base, and that's going to be out number one.
The third baseman to retire Baker. That brings up the left fielder, number 21, Casey Bartelt.
That was Sam Baker grounding 5-3 for the first out. Here is Casey Bartelt. Bartelt batting from the left side. Takes the ball downstairs. Let's take a quick peek here at the battery today for Waupun. Pitching is going to be Austin Wees and Evan Sauer behind the plate once again. That young man is going to be a workhorse, as is Max Bauer for St. Mary's. Here's a shot right back up the middle. Base hit.
Base hit by Bartelt. And that brings up
one on, one down.
pitcher,
This is going to bring up Will Krupp. Krupp will be pitching today for St. Mary's. And he shows bunt. He pops it up, and it is going to be a foul ball.
Nice
Boy,
effort
giving
by
a
the
good
catcher.
effort over
Just
there
outside of his reach.
was Sauer, the catcher. Just, he needed like another 3 inches of length in order to come up with that grab. Tough play. Weiss has said he comes in with the ball upstairs. Well, it's a pretty nice day. Breeze blowing out towards right field. Flag waving pretty good, so if somebody gets a hold of one, I'm sure it could sail out of here. We've seen some hit. Here's a throw down to second base. Uh-oh, he's going to be out. Slid off the bag as he turned, and the shortstop with a nice backup, and it's going to be literally, it'll be a 2-6 put out for out number 2. Well, that was a tough break for Bartelt as he had the base stolen. Here's a little swing, and it's going to be a foul ball down the first base side. Yeah, he had a base stolen easily, but he saw the ball bounce past the second baseman, and he made that turn, and as he turned, he looked, and he slipped, and no way was he going to get back. So 2 down, and now 3. No runs on 1 hit. Nobody left on base. We'll come back with the bottom half of inning number 1. Waupun, the home team. It'll be Fromholz, Hicken, and Breezer. Well, we're set and ready to go here. Here's a shot, and it's going to be a base hit to start the ball game off for the Waupun crew. Boy, I tell you what, he jumped on the first offering. That was Tyler Fromholz. Wasted no time to get after that pitch from Will Krupp. And just like that, a runner is on. And they're going to pick him off. They did. They picked him off down there at first.
Takes care of Fromholz over at first base with a beautiful pickoff move.
That's a tough one, too. You got a lefty pitching and looking right at him. Well, Fromholz, excuse me, taken off the base path after coming up with a first pitch single. This ball has popped up and calling for it. Going to bump into each other. Well, I tell you what, I heard the third baseman in Ian Sabo, he called for it all the way. And I don't know, of course, with the wind blowing, maybe he didn't hear it, but you'd like to think that Flitter heard him, but they kind of chest bumped each other there. First offering is a strike. That's fouled back. This is Hicken. Or check that, excuse me. This is Breezer. Hicken was the pop out. So 2 down. Another foul ball. Krupp stays out in front on the count at 0-2 now. Well, we've got some tremendous sponsors that you'll be seeing throughout the ball game. There's a swing and a miss on a good curve that was dipping away from Breezer, and he was not able to reach it. No runs on 1 hit. Nobody left on base, just like St. Mary's. We're going to have no score. We'll come back with the second inning, and it'll be the 4, 5, 6 part of the order. Here's the opening pitch, and it's a swing and a drive out towards left field, and dropping way back and just about, looked like about 4 or 5 feet away from the fence, making the grab.
The second baseman, number 1, Luke Flitter.
Out there in left field, that was Breezer. Off from the bat of David Miller. Boy, he gave that a pretty good ride, but it kind of hung in the air a little bit more than what they thought. Here's a ground ball, a shortstop on the pick, the throw, and the ball gets away and heading to second base. Going to have to go down with an error, I would imagine.
Second base on the error.
At E6, here is Caden Blank. blank from the right-hand side. Has a runner in scoring position. You want to take advantage of this one if at all possible. We'll swing over here to this camera. Well, I don't know if you were tuned in yesterday, but we didn't know for sure. Here's a fly ball, left field. Breezer coming on, but the shortstop, oh boy, did that ball ever make a wicked turn. Wind must have knocked it down. The shortstop actually had to move towards the second base side to make the grab on the pop-up. 2 down now. But, yeah, both, we got all 3 cameras working. That ball's upstairs to Ian Sable. The one camera, it must have finally dried out, and it said, okay, I'll work for you. It was doing Morse code for a while, but it seems to have kind of come around a little bit. And it looks like we're going to have pretty good weather from here on out for the next 3 days. Today, tomorrow, and the championship round on Tuesday. This an elimination game. Loser's season will end on day 3. The winner will continue on, and they'll play tomorrow at 4:30. Here's the offering. That's going to be in there for a strike. 3-1. He got the automatic in there. Swing and a miss. Runner taking off. It's not going to matter. It's a swing and a miss for out number 3. Sabo goes down. He had a pretty good cut. Just could not catch up to it. Well, no runs on no hits. There was an error in the inning and a runner left on base. We'll take another break after inning and a half. Still no score here in today's ball game between Waupun and Fond du Lac St. Mary's. Well, stepping into the batter's box is Noah Gerritsen. Gerritsen is going to take a called strike. Krupp on the mound for Fond du Lac St. Mary's. Gerritsen has some pop in his bat, so they're going to have to be a little careful when it comes to pitching to him. 1-1 offering coming. Hard shot, and it's a foul ball.
Foul ball.
Third base side. Boy, he turned on that one. Try to give you an overview here. A lot of clouds in the sky, but you know, they're apart from each other. They're not bundled up. So chance of rain today was real small. I'm not even sure if it was 10%. This is popped up out behind us, out of play. 2-2 is the count. Gerritsen, wow, checked his swing, and the ball was just a bit high on the curve. Coming straight in. This is popped up. And catcher coming over, and he makes the catch right at the fence. Not able to see that one, but what a tremendous play there by the catcher.
That brings up the shortstop, number 16.
That's Max Bauer.
Sanders.
So Bauer with a good job. Getting the initial out here. Coming in now to take a couple of swings at things, it's Braden Sanders, the shortstop. That's upstairs, 2-0. Game coming up at 4:30 will be friends from West Salem and Altoona. This is popped up and out of play. Had a chance to, this was about 3 weeks ago in La Crosse. I talked to some folks from Altoona. It was a 14 and under, and my grandson was playing. I had a chance to talk to them and asked them how their Legion team is doing. They said, oh, they're not too bad. Well, they're okay. They made it to the state tournament here. Here's a drive out to right field. It's going to kind of fade off and wind up in foul territory. Beyond the reach of Caden. Let's see who is out there. Kobe Gill is out there. Two and two with one down. Now it's a full count. Curveball stayed high and outside. Coming right back. That's upstairs. Sanders draws the walk with one out.
Rewarded with a base on balls. That brings up the center fielder, number
So with
20,
one down,
Jaden White.
runner on base. Here is Jaden White, the center fielder. Pops that one off to the right side. That one kind of got in on the hands a little bit. He was able to fight that off. Another foul ball. Krupp is out in front 0-2 now. He'll flip the ball over to first base. Trying to keep Sanders close to the bag here. Just missed downstairs. Pretty quick motion here with Krupp as he threw that fastball. And we'll see if he'll come back with it once again. Curveball, chopper, second base. They'll flip to shortstop. They'll get the lead runner. Good job by the first baseman and kind of flipping that ball. It was going to be a real tough scoop.
Brings up the right fielder, number 42, Wyatt.
It's a fielder's choice. But Sanders is off the base path on the 4-3 play. That's out number 2. White is on at first. Here's Wyatt Paul, the right fielder. Called strike. Krupp has been out in front of the Waupun batters, but Waupun, they just have such a good eye, it seems like, very disciplined or something. And they've earned a walk and a hit. They're making Krupp pitch a few. Not sure quite where he's at this point. Right now the count's 2-1. Here's a ground ball, shortstop. He'll flip over to second base to get the out and end the inning here. So Paul will ground into that fielder's choice. It'll be out number 3 on the 6-4. No runs on no hits. One runner left on base. 2 innings in the book. We got a good one brewing. No score here in Denmark. We pick things up in the top of the third here with St. Mary's. Opening pitch is going to float outside to Bauer, the catcher. Max came in to take over pitching duties back in that very first game on Friday. It was like the 3rd or 4th inning, and he's been there ever since. Not quite sure why I remember that. It might be because I've got a grandson named Max. That's probably it. That's how sometimes those things will kind of get ingrained in your head. Well, that pitch, that last offering was up high and inside, got away from the catcher. Weiss comes up tight on the shoulder. It's going to be a walk.
Bauer reaches first base on a walk. That brings up the right fielder, number 3.
That's the first walk of the
Cody
ball
Gale.
game for Weiss. He's given up a hit, and there's been an error. Showing bunt, that's fouled back.
I was looking down at Fond du Lac for the railroad in the summertime, and I knew it was coming, and I'm like trying to like hold people up, and they wanted to go home. It was right at quitting time. And all of a sudden I'm walking
0-1
out.
here to Kobe Gill, the right fielder. Batting from the left side. Swings and misses. Here's a throw. And sliding into second base safely
Bauer steals second
is
base.
Bauer.
0-2 the count to Gale.
Weiss comes in and the ball sails on him. Goes upstairs. 1-2 now. Gill looking to try and put the bat on the ball. He does. He punches it, and it is foul. Down this third base side. Boy, he did not miss that by much. Just reached out and gave it a little poke.
And then I can't think of what if it was the stuff. I'm trying to think.
1-2.
What did the Mashwalker show have?
Chopper out in front, and they'll go to first base to get the out. Runner
Gale with a little
in
ground ball
Bauer,
that moves Bauer over to
able
third
to
base.
get to third base
By
on the play.
catcher, throw him out at first.
It was not a
Brings up
bunt.
the leadoff hitter,
and not a
shortstop,
sacrifice.
number 2, Sam
It's kind of the
Baker.
way the play turned out. Back to the top of the order here. Sam Baker grounded 5-3. Start off the ball game. Infield up. Shortstop up on the grass. Right on the lip. Now they'll step back just about 2 or 3 steps. That's lifted foul. It's going to go out of play.
But anyway, maybe it was this. So, because usually in late July was the Manitowoc one. So we had a Devil Bear game here.
Weiss out in front, 1-2. Just missed outside. Fastball. He hit the catcher's mitt. Out sour, but he was set up outside too. That's upstairs. Baker now has the count at 3-2. Weiss gonna try and come in with one. Pop foul. Here's the ball lifted towards right field, and the catch going to be made. The tag. Here comes the runner, and he'll score on the sac fly.
And Baker with the sac fly, scoring Bauer over there from third. St. Mary's.
So the first run of the ball game
blood in the game.
coming in for St. Mary's. Picking up the run on a sac fly
Fielder number
from the bat
21,
of Sam
Casey
Baker.
Martell.
That started with the walk to Max Bauer. And they're able to work around with a stolen base and then a ground out that Bauer was able to move over to third. There's a called strike, and Weiss jumps out in front at 0-2. Just missed outside. There's a swing and a miss. He took a little bit off that curve, and Bartelt not able to catch up to it.
Nice pitch by Weiss.
Well, it's going to be one run coming across here on no hits.
But in that inning,
The first score of the ball game after 2.5. It's Fond du Lac St. Mary's out in front, 1-0. When we come back, it's the 8-9-1 part of the order for Waupun.
Austin Weiss. 4-3 for Austin Weiss.
Well, stepping into the batter's box here, it's going to be Evan Sauer, the catcher. 8-9-1 is the order for Waupun as they trail 1-0. The home team, so they have a little bit of an advantage, I guess you could say, in the sense that they know what they got to do. Speaking of knowing what they got to do, here's a drive out towards right field. That's going to be a base hit.
Leadoff base hit by
So Sauer gets things started.
That brings up
bring
the
up-
pitcher, number 8, Austin Weiss.
Austin Weiss comes in. Let's see if he bunts Sauer over. Krupp with a good move to first, so that will be an interesting situation. Pop this one up, and nobody's going to get to it. That one got up in the air, and tell you what, the third baseman coming over in Sable was not that far away from it. Nor was Bauer, the catcher. So 0-1 to Weiss. Shows bunt again. This one's pushed towards the first base side. Good bunt. They're going to get the out. Well, I tell you what, that was well placed.
Austin Weiss, nice play. Krupp coming off the mound to get the out. That brings
So
up the
1-3.
hitter number 15,
Go back to the top of the order where Fromholz jumped on the first offering from Krupp. Came up with a single, but then was picked off. Leading off just a little too far and got the feet tangled up. There's a strike. Krupp takes a quick look over at Sauer and he fires another strike. Let's go this route. With the runner at second base, we'll show this picture. Well, Krupp in the driver's seat, so to speak, at 0-2. Swing and miss by Fromholtz. And there's 2 down. Well, he just literally just came right in and said, I'm firing this at you. It was in the strike zone, too, it looked like. Here's Hicken, the second baseman. Curveball drops in. 0-1. Krupp will mix things up on him. He's been doing it so far. Runner taking off to third. Here comes the throw. It's going to be a little bit late behind the runner. Sabo not able to, kind of had to wait for the ball. Hicken, by the way, popped out to Sabo in the first inning. That was right behind pitcher's mound, was when everything was said and done. One and one. That one stayed up on Krupp. 2-1 now. Krupp at 2-1 comes in. This one's popped up. Shortstop dropping back, and he'll get underneath to make the grab. That is Sam Baker, and Krupp gets out of the inning unscathed. Best way to say it. No runs on one hit. Runner is left stranded at third. 3 complete. It's 1-0. Fond du Lac, St. Mary's. Well, let's take a quick peek here as we look from the overview of things. Fond du Lac St. Mary's will have the 3-4-5 part of the order coming up. They lead 1-0. Krupp, the pitcher, watches a ball upstairs. He swings at the next and fouls it off. Right over by Coach Derek Stanke for Waupun. That's lifted foul once again to the left side. Next week, Waupun, by the way, is hosting the National Regional. Here's a shot by Krupp, and he is on base. Well, I tell you what, that was a real good-looking swing after he struck out in the first inning. That was for out number 3, but not this time around. He kind of laid back and stayed back and followed through on a real fine swing. There's the throw back over, and he just gets back in. Yeah, that's going to be quite the tournament. I don't think I'm going to be over there, though. We got a wedding and some other things going on, so not that we're going to call it a season of baseball, because there's still other games and situations going on down in my neck of the woods, the West being Viroqua area. But as far as heading to Waupun, I know that most likely will not take place. There's a strike. 2-1. Quick toss back over to first again, and Krupp scrambles back, reaching in. Your number 4 hitter and David Miller. Right-handed hitter, swing and a miss. Here's a throw down. It's high, and Krupp will get in for the stolen base. Swing and a miss. He went after the high heat, and he might have been swinging to protect Krupp, giving up a strike. It's 2-2. Pop that one up. Second baseman drifting over. He's going to get to it.
Miller flies out to the
ranging over there was Hicken for out number
Second
1.
baseman, number 1, Luke Flitter.
Here's Luke Flitter now, the second baseman. Flitter was on by an error off from the shortstop's toss. Swing and a miss. Kind of knocked it down, and then his throw was off kilter to first. Now the runner is going to be caught in the rundown. And there's the tag. Well, we have seen a couple of these already today.
And Weiss
Wow.
returns to favor, picking off Krupp. Second base for the second.
Weiss nearly fell on his side once he realized that Krupp was taking off. Krupp, the pitcher, looks like he's shaking up a little bit. He's just going to walk off. They'll take their time, give him a chance to recover. So the pickoff winds up working again. This time Krupp is the one who's has it happened to. Here's a toss from the shortstop in time to first on the 6-3. Well, no runs on one hit. Nobody left on base after the pickoff. Got him in the rundown between second and third. 3.5, it's still 1-0. St. Mary's out in front. Back we come here to Denmark, Wisconsin. Thanks to all the great people here helping us out. Mark Looker, number 1. Bill Miller, the coach, number 2. And all of the crew. It's just, they've just been showing great hospitality, I guess is the best way to put it. My thanks to them. 3, 4, 5 part of the order for Waupun here in the bottom of the 4th. Stepping in is Breezer. Breezer smacked a home run yesterday over the right field fence. This is lifted towards the shortstop. Oh, he's able to make the grab. Wind causing some problems on that one.
That brings up the first baseman, number 13, Noah Gerritsen.
Here's Gerritsen, who is at first base. He hit a home run as well. Waupun advanced to today's ballgame with a 7-5 win over Clintonville, and that was quite the ball game. They wound up with a double play to end the game. Seems to me, if I recall correctly, that bases were loaded. And Clintonville definitely had some momentum going. But that pitcher's best friend came through. Gerritsen from the right side has a 2-0 count on him. Krupp comes in with a strike just under the letters. That's high. Moving the count to 3-1. Krupp shakes off a couple of signs, and now he's ready. Stayed up high, and it's a walk. Gerritsen down to first base, and Braden Sanders comes to the plate with 1 out. I'd imagine that he would be swinging away here. Krupp ready and comes in. Curveball dropped right in there. Sanders stepping out, taking a quick look down at Derek Stanke, the coach, as the signs going across the field. Bunt, and it's out in front. It's a good one. They're going to go to first base and get the out. Well, they'll sacrifice him over and take one shot with Jaden White.
The center fielder, number 20, Jaden White, with 2 outs.
See if he can come up with a base hit and punch Gerritsen across to tie the ball game up. That's the game plan anyways. Let's see what happens. That one's outside for a ball. That one's going to stay high as well. I think we should have a 2-0 count here. They've got 1-0 on the board. Quick toss. Oh, did they get him? No. That was close. Second baseman in Flitter. He's a competitor. He was kind of like, looked like he was saying, I think we got you. Garrettson back up and ready to go again. Downstairs. 3-0 is the count. Krupp comes in with a fastball to have the count move to full at 3-2. Well, let's take a look here and see what Krupp has up his sleeve or in his arm. Curveball. Oh, that was 3-1. Okay, now it's 3-2. Boy, that was a dandy looking curve. I was off by one pitch. Now 3-2. Curveball. Flitter. Can't quite get to it. And the runner coming around. And the throw is going to be cut off. Well, Jaden White comes through with a single right back up the middle. Flitter just couldn't quite get there. That makes that play on the pickoff really big. How Garrettson got his hand back in without being picked off is showing how good a move, and now they're going to get in a rundown here. They're going to tag him, and he is out. Well, that's the tough one there as Krupp picks him off. He picks off Jaden White and winds up going 3-6 over there at second base. But White still comes up with the big hit. One run on one hit. Nobody left on base. We have a tie ball game once again. We'll move to the fifth. 1-1 your score. Caden Blank will swing and foul the first pitch back as we start the fifth inning. 6, 7, 8 part of the order for Fond du Lac St. Mary's. 1-1 ball game now. I tell you what, we knew this just kind of had the makings of a good one, and so far doing all of that. There's a strike. Blank behind Weiss now at 0-2. Here's a ground ball just foul, third base side. Turned on that one in a hurry. Here's a fly ball lifted to the first base side, and it's going to be caught.
Blank flies out
Garrettson,
to the first baseman for the
roaming in
first
foul
out of the inning.
territory, able to get to
Brings
that
up the
one.
third baseman, number 27,
Little
Ian
backhand
Sable.
grab. One down. Here is Sabo. Called strike. One and one now. And make it 2-1. Weiss working rather quickly here. There's a strike, and it's 2-2. Looks like he's getting into a good rhythm. That's out in front, and the throw is in time. Good job by the catcher here in Sauer.
Retiring Sable over at
Got out
first
to
base.
the infield side
Brings up
and
the
made a good
catcher,
throw.
Number 4, Max Bauer.
Here's Bauer, who walked and scored the run. That was back in the third inning. That offering is high. Swing and a miss. It winds up a 1-2-3 inning for Weiss and Waupun. They'll move to the bottom half of the fifth inning, and we're going to follow their 7-8-9 part of the order.
Tied at 1.
Well, we take a look here as we move into the bottom of the fifth inning. And it's the 7-8-9 part of the order. Wyatt Paul has a strike on him, and it's 1-1. That's the score of the ball game as well, 1-1. Ground ball, that's chop foul. Good play by Coach Stanke.
3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, 2 strikes. Oh, no. Damn.
Krupp is set, and here he comes. A fastball, and it's up on the letters. And a swing and a miss.
Goes down on strikes.
Paul is
Brings up
out.
the catcher, number 25, Evan Sauer.
Here comes the catcher in Evan Sauer. Fly ball, that's going to drift foul to the right side.
No pockets?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that means I get to control the catch today?
Maybe.
0-1 to the Waupun catcher. Has one of 3 base hits today for the Waupun crew.
Right?
1-1 offering coming here. Krupp with a little bit longer wait on that one. He fires a strike. Curveball dropping in.
Brewer game says end of 9.
1-2 now. Krupp out in front. Nice block in there by Max Bauer. 1 down. Nobody on here with a 2-2 count. And again, a 1-1 ball game. Sauer, the catcher, in the batter's box with a base hit already. Chops this one. It is foul, third base side.
Now it's fine.
Sabo down at third.
Over the Broadway.
Slid over in a good stance just in case it did not trip over the line. But it did for the foul ball. Upstairs. Now 3-2.
What's wrong with it?
Krupp with 1 down. Has a tough batter here with Sauer in the number 8 spot. Pops this one up. Dropping back is the first baseman. He'll make the grab out of our view
Sauer
for out
flies
number
out to
2.
the first baseman for the second out of the inning. That brings up the pitcher,
Dropping
number
back,
8,
good
Austin
position
Weiss.
there and kept his balance, you might say, was David Miller.
How's the second?
There was one.
Here's the pitcher in Weiss. Weiss, by the way, has 66 pitches to his count.
Flight around the world where they had M&Ms all over the place.
Started off with a curveball and it dropped in there
Airplane and
by Krupp.
flight around the world and M&Ms and there's M&Ms in the
Jumps out in front in the count.
Space Museum or whatever. And
Ground ball, third baseman. The throw in time and a nice little play there by Miller
Baseman Sable making
for
that
out
one
number
look
3.
easy. Austin Weiss retired at
5-3
first
on the
base.
putout, and it's a
Inning, no runs,
1-2-3
no
inning.
hits.
No runs, no
Nobody
hits.
left on base.
Nobody left on base. We have that good one cooking as we mentioned. 1-1, we move to the 6th.
number 3, Kobe Gale.
Let's take a quick.
Huge advantage.
There we are. Let's take a quick look at the St. Mary's crew
You can get on
as they will come in
and move in order.
with the top of the order here. Check that. It's actually Kobe Gill, 9-1-2, part of the order. Gill with a 2-1 count by Weiss. Here's a stroke, and it's a base hit out to right field. Well, I tell you what, he just reached out and punched that one over the third baseman's head. It was an easy base hit, if there's such a thing.
Shortstop Sam Baker.
Not when you're playing baseball, I don't think.
Third baseman playing up.
But you got your leadoff hitter on base, and now the top of the order in Sam Baker here in the 6th inning.
Appears to be laboring a little bit.
That's upstairs, 2-0. This has just been a very well-paced ball game. Both teams doing a great job. There's a quick toss over to first, but Gill back in. That's up on the shoulders and the chest region, and now it's 3-0. Well, you're going to make him pitch a strike here when you're in the 6th. And there it is. The automatic. He nailed that one right above the knees. Came back with a fastball, but it rode in on the
Baker draws a
thighs
walk. That brings up the
of
left fielder,
Baker.
Number 21, Casey Bartel.
Now, what do? You can look to try and bunt them over and take 2 shots with runners at 2nd and 3rd. If you can complete the sacrifice, that is. You got a left-handed hitter up in Casey Bartelt. He does show bunt, and that's a beauty. They are going to go to 3rd. They got him.
Hey, that is a nice
Well,
play
I didn't
by
get the camera over there. I apologize. That was quite the play here.
Third base for the first out of the inning. That
It
brings
winds up being
the
a fielder's
pitcher,
choice.
number 5,
Well executed there by Weiss to get the out. 1-5. 1 down. Runner still at 1st and 2nd. Here's a fly ball, pretty well hit. Going back is the right fielder. He'll make the catch, a tag, and scooting over to 3rd here
Quick with a
was
deep fly
Baker.
ball to right field. Moves Baker
So
over to
Crump will
third
come
base.
up with runners at 1st
That
and
brings
3rd.
up the first baseman, number
See if
8,
he can
David Mueller.
get a run across. Now we're going to get a timeout here. Here comes Coach Derek Stanke. We're going to talk things over. Well, the discussion ends Krupp has the other base hit. There's 3 in the ball game for St. Mary's. He has the other one. Here's a shot. It's going to be one hopper and a flip in time at second base. He jumped on the first offering and winds up grounding out the fielder's choice. It's 6-4 put out. Well, they gave it a good try. No runs on 1 hit. And 2 runners are going to be left on base. We'll come back with the bottom half of the 6th inning. Take a look at some of those great sponsors.
7-8 for Austin Louis.
Well, the Waupun crew dodged a bullet here in the top of the 6th inning. Let's see what happens with them in the bottom half. They will start things out with the top of the order with Tyler Fromholz.
And if they do, you watch them. You know, if he does screw
He has a base hit to his credit. Time is called and granted. I should say asked for and granted. No pitch. Krupp taking a little bit longer time right now. There's a strike. 0-1 should be the count.
No balls and 1 strike. The first pitch was not a pitch.
Now they got things squared up on the board. Ground ball, second baseman, Flicker with the toss over to first. And there's 1 down.
To second base for the first out of the inning. That brings up the second baseman, number 7, Cole Hicken.
Here's Hicken. He's popped to third and popped to short. Right-handed hitter. And now a quick timeout here as the Ledger's coach talking a couple things over with the home plate umpire. But now they're ready to go. Stepping back in, Krupp from the stretch. Fastball that is fouled back into the mitt of Bauer.
Toby stays on as umpire. 2 other guys.
0-1. Krupp. Well, Bauer wanted to step out, and he had to kind of jump back in, but the ball was high. It's 1-1. Yeah, this is where they start working some of the gamemanship, I guess is the way you want to say it. Nice block in there. That one downstairs to move the count 2-1. Now in favor of Hitkin a little bit. Odds kind of go back to him. Krupp comes in. It's going to be a fair ball down that third base side. And boy, Hitkin makes the big turn. Here comes the throw, and he is safe. Boy, what a throw. Hitkin just got the foot in there.
Down the left field line.
And he peppered that line, too.
The left fielder, number 2, Carson Bresser.
Sabo wasn't that far away from the line. It's just that it was right on the, like 6 inches away from third base bag as it snuck by. Here's Breezer. And you have to respect his strength, his leverage. Lanky young man. Put it over the right field fence yesterday. There's a base hit. And coming around and scoring the lead run.
Bresser with a RBI base hit.
Breezer stayed and looked pretty calm up there.
Second base.
And he punched it through
Leads 2-1.
past first and second.
That brings up the first baseman, number 13.
Here
Noah
is
Gerritsen.
Gerritsen. With 1 out. That ball is outside. One and 0. Quick toss back over to first now. Gerritsen, of course, with some power, number 4 hitter. This one is popped up to the right side, dropping back. Now coming in is Gill. He'll make the grab.
Gerritsen flies out to right field for the second out
So,
of the inning.
out number 2.
Shortstop, number 16.
Here is Sanders, the shortstop. Sanders today has grounded 4-3 and then laid down a good sacrifice bunt that put Gerritsen in scoring position, and he eventually did score. Officially, Sanders 0 for 1. Curveball drops in. Ledgers will have to play from behind here as we move to the 7th inning. But they got to get out number 3 yet. 1-1. The question is, will it be a 2-1 score or will it be more? Trying to hold Waupun and their bats to 2 runs. Pop foul. That's going to be well out of play.
Is somebody in the walk to middle school
Well, the count now favors Krupp at 1-2. And they have a chance here to pick off the runner, and they do. Another pickoff here, and it winds up, let's see, 3. 6 on the pickoff to end the inning. We're going to move to the top of the 7th inning in a 2-1 ball game. St. Mary's, Fond du Lac Springs Ledgers will need to pick up a run to keep the game going. Well, here we are with the top of the 7th inning. Flitter will start things off for St. Mary's. Second baseman has been on once by an error and grounded 6-3. That one's fouled off. Evens the count at 1 apiece. That's lifted up to left field, dropping back, making the grab, one-handed grab. Got to be a little careful there.
That brings up the center fielder, number 9, Caden Blank.
One down. Here is Blank. Weiss out in front, 0-1, coming right back. Here's a shot. Oh, he just missed that one on the line. That would have made things interesting. That one shot down the third base side, and it was foul, but again, inches away. Downstairs, 1-2. Fond du Lac St. Mary's needs a run. We're in the 7th. 2-1 score. Upstairs, 2-2. This one is popped up and caught here by a soft liner by the shortstop.
Blank with a liner to the shortstop for the second out of the inning. That brings up the third baseman, number 27, Ian Sable.
Here's Sable, third baseman. Called strike, start him off. Just missed inside, 1-1. That's low and away. 2-1. Fastball, it's lifted out to left field and underneath with the grab, and the ball game is Waupun and Breezer. We just watched a super ball game here, folks. Excellent job by both teams. It winds up in the ball game here, 2-1. Starting things off, St. Mary's picked up the lead, but not right away. It happened in the third inning. They kept that lead until the bottom of the fourth, when Waupun was able to eke out a run, and then they squeaked out another run in the sixth, the bottom of the sixth, and it wound up 2-1. Taking a look, it was 4 hits in the ball game for Waupun, and they were able to muster up those two runs. So they got the job done. 3 hits and 1 run for the St. Mary's, Fond du Lac St. Mary's Ledgers. A tough loss in the books for Will Krupp. He pitched a pretty good ball game, only giving up those 4 hits and 2 runs. And there was one error in the ball game that I recall. That was on Waupun. That did not have any major consequence as far as the score or anything. That was back in the second inning. The winning pitcher, the nod here is going to go to Austin Wees. He really pitched a super ball game, giving up only 3 hits and 1 run. Well, we hope that you enjoyed watching us. Western Wisconsin Video Production, LLC, of Legion Class A baseball action here in Day 3, game number 1 of 3 on this Sunday afternoon. We'll see you right back here at 4:30. West Salem and Altoona will knock heads in another elimination game. Our thanks to St. Mary's. They are now finished for the year here at Denmark, and they really played very, very well. Thanks again, everyone. We'll see you real soon, right back here on the Diamond.